Now, I'm going to ask for some coaching from you.
Okay.
I feel like you're much wiser than me.
Wow,
You've gone
you're
through.
giving me a lot of credit.
You've gone through years of experience and challenges, and those challenges have brought you a lot of wisdom and lessons. So let's just say there's been a few people that have been attacking me lately online, and very aggressively, with rumors, lies, manipulation, trying to control a narrative. And I've been in complete peace about it. I mean, there's been some moments where I'm like, you want to like react and defend yourself and your ego's hurt. But overall, I've had zero reaction and I've been at peace about it. Because one, I say to myself, I must be doing something right if people want to try to take someone down. Two, I say to myself, gosh, in 6 months, a year, 10 years, this is going to give me so much more wisdom to be able to serve humanity at a higher level. And three, it's purging my ego and attachment to the way I want people to think about me. But I'm curious if you have any coaching for me or wisdom that I should be approaching through all this, and if this happens again from whoever in the future.
Well, Louis, I appreciate your humility. You don't need coaching from me, but I appreciate your humility. Here's my suggestion, because I've gone through this as well, and for all your listeners from across the planet, as you go out and bring your gifts and genius to the world, as you stand for something higher in a world with a lot of people suffering from victimitis, excusitis, as you bring your glory to your days, you're going to threaten people. I was in the Barcelona Picasso Museum in the Born district, and there was a quote on the wall in the Picasso Museum that said, people were terrified by the genius of Picasso. So the more you shine, the more you're going to attract shadows and darkness.
Wow.
So here's what I would say. I've actually worked out in my journal what I call the troll deconstruction.
Wow. Is this the journal that got stolen?
It's not the one that got stolen, so I still have it.
Okay.
But that's why journaling's so powerful, because you can actually deconstruct and figure these things out.
Sure.
Okay, so here's what I would say. The people who are attacking you, critics and cynics are frustrated dreamers. When they were kids, they were full of awe and wonder, because that's our natural state. But something happened to them as they moved out in the world and pursued their dreams and ambitions that caused them to contract. And so now there are these armchair critics that see Lewis Howes doing amazing things. Well, you actually model possibility for them. The possibility that exists within their mindsets, heart sets, health set, and soul set. And it's much easier for them to try to tear you down than lift themselves up and get in the game themselves. So that would be the first thing I'd say. The second thing I'd say is everything in life, Mr. Riley, one of the characters, towards the end of the 5 a.m. Club, gets into the philosophy behind greatness and genius and world class and legendary on a Franschhoek, South Africa vineyard, and he writes a series of letters that are transformational for the other characters. And one of the things he talks about is trusting your art. So I think these people who are trying to tear you down are actually your spiritual friends.
How so?
Well, because they are causing you to trust yourself more. I mean, they are strengthening your resolve to pursue your mighty mission. They are helping you. They are touching the wounds within you and the insecurities. And we have a choice. We can blame, which is losing your power, or we can say, how can I use what they're activating within me to heal these wounds, grow stronger, and build the relationship with my primal genius even more. And this is not a platitude, and I'm far from a motivational speaker.
Yeah.
Like you've mentioned, I've been at this over 2 decades, working with the best of the best, billionaires and sports superstars and a lot of the Fortune 500. And I say that because there are no extra people on the planet today.
There are no extra people?
No, every single one of us has a primal genius inside of us. Our natural state is awe and wonder. Our natural state is energy. Our natural state is a heart full of love and a mind full of ideas and a soul that shines brightly. You see, and that's why the people who live like that, whether it's a Shakespeare or a Catherine Graham of the Washington Post, whether it's a Kobe Bryant, I loved your interview with Kobe Bryant, a Kobe Bryant or a Mother Teresa or Nelson Mandela, like all the fascinating people in the world, they just model possibility for the rest of us. Our natural state is greatness. But what happens is, you know, I was in Thailand and I saw the Golden Buddha. And the story behind the Golden Buddha is they had, you know, the Thai people had this priceless object. And invaders were going to come into Thailand, so they got the idea to put layers of mud over the Golden Buddha. And, you know, the invaders didn't find it. And, you know, many, many centuries later, someone noticed this great monument of mud, but there was gold, you know, sparkling out of it. And so they went through the layers of mud and they found the Golden Buddha. Wow. And the metaphor for all your amazing listeners and viewers is simply this. When we were born into possibility, awe, and wonder, but through our parents' well-meaning and the media and our teachers and friends, and society and our peers and the social media, what happens is we adopt the psychology of average versus the mentality of possibility and legendary. And as we continue to leave the perfection of childhood, we get hurt and we get disappointed. We don't get invited to a birthday party. We lose a love. We get stepped on. We say, I want to be an astronaut and I want to be a billionaire and I want to also be a great chef and I want to be a yoga teacher. And our teacher or our friend says, ha, 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 you're a fool. And there's one of the lines in the 5 a.m. Club, which is every visionary is initially ridiculed before they're revered. But if we're not careful, we pick up all these layers of mud in terms of our psychology and our heart set, our emotionality, and we don't even see it coming, but over time, we resign ourselves to average, and then we see Kobe Bryant, and we see Shakespeare, and we see Jean-Michel Basquiat, and we see Nelson Mandela, and we see Richard Branson and Wozniak, and we say, oh, they are geniuses, and they're cut from a different cloth, and I need to spend my days being busy, because dreaming and possibility and being loving and having a world-class lifestyle is not within the realm of what I can achieve.